Hey, what's up, guys? This is my first ever YouTube video. Sorry if I apologize in advance if you hear a fan in the background. That's my computer. It's been with me since seventh grade, and I already graduated high school, so it's kind of old. Anyway, today I wanted to tell the story about how I actually graduated high school because it wasn't a normal one. To start, Corona was here and Corona fucked up a lot of things for people, but I think the biggest thing it fucked up was education, at least for the youth, because fucking online school is hard. If you took online school, you know what I fucking mean. It's fucking difficult, man. Like, teacher's not there, first of all, and I'm a kid who needs a fucking teacher in front of him, to ask all his stupid ass questions too, so it's like, it's tough, and, it was, but I passed, most of it until the last semester because I failed English. And any good high school student in California, or at least fucking United States, knows if you don't fail English, dude, because your English teacher low-key determines your future. It's fucked up to say, but Americans like to teach their kids the language we speak, but I'm a beaner, I don't look like a beaner, but I am, I speak Spanish, English, and sign language, it's pretty cool. But anyway, back to the story on hand. Real talk, it was kind of a sad time because, I don't know, just a lot of things happened in my family, and it was just tough. I tried to pass English. I was doing every single assignment I could, to try to pass English, just to try to get a 60. Because my teacher, it's not his fault, it's my fault, but he did last semester, the semester before, the one I'm talking about, he would accept late work whenever. Like, it could be the last week of school, and I could just turn in everything, and he would pass me, and that's kind of partly what I did. So I was going to rely on him to do the same thing because I was doing a lot of stuff at that time. I was trying to get my Eagle Scout project done before I was 18. If you're a Boy Scout, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I was working at Wendy's and I was doing school, and that was a lot for me, And then I was just living life also. So was a little bit busy for me at the time. So I didn't really have a lot of time to do homework, And the teacher, he posted on his Google Classroom like, oh, like, I don't accept late work, because he would accept late work a week after it was due, and then after that he wouldn't give you any credit for it, and I was begging him just to, like, if he could just give me like a chance to get like 200 300 points, because that's all I needed to get like a D in this class so I could walk. If not, I was gonna need to take summer school like some of my homies did. Some of my homies didn't graduate, and they had to take summer school to get their diploma. It's kind of messed up, because what are the last 12 years for? You want to graduate with your homies, it's like the greatest thing ever. And the cap and gown's pretty fire. So, but it is what it is, honestly. Life happens sometimes, but I was lucky enough to get an opportunity. Just for a little context, though, my teacher at the time, let's just call him Mr. Tower. Mr. Tower, he was being very stubborn with me, and I didn't really know why. So one day I walked in his class and I didn't see him. I saw a substitute. And, my friend, who I've known since like 7th grade, was sitting right next to me that day, and he said, Mr. Tower's not here because his wife passed away. And to me, I was just a fucking 17-year-old kid, and it was sad, to be honest, and my mom and me, the day before, we literally went to the principal's office, or to see my counselor, and we were just like, we talked to the vice principal, and my counselor were like, please ask him to pass me, like, I wasn't like being a cunt, but I was just like, if you could ask him to just maybe change his late work policy, just so I can pass this class, that would mean everything to me. And they were like, we'll do everything we can, but it's no promises, blah blah blah. I look-key started tearing up in the fucking counselor's room, because it was just sad, because I really wanted to walk, I really wanted to have a graduation ceremony. But as soon as I found out the news, I asked the principal to go to the bathroom, and I told my mom, like, yo, mom, just leave the situation alone. If I fail, I fail, because my teacher's wife just passed away, And she told me, she's like, I got goosebumps, when you told me that shit over the phone. It was like, it was just tough, man. It really was tough. but thankfully, and then I didn't talk to Mr. He didn't come to school for like a week, obviously, and then he came to school and he was just like I didn't even talk to him about anything the first day, and I think he appreciated that because he needed his space. And then basically the second day I was just like, is there any like extra credit I could do? Like, I just asked him, is there any extra credit I can do just to try to pass this class? And he said no, there's no extra credit. The extra credit was to do both the finals, because he would give us an option between two finals. We could do a creative assignment or a reading assignment or something like that, and I chose to do both for the extra credit, but he told me, I can't give you any extra credit, but there's a kid who is attempting to pass my English class by doing an online class, an online class. To be more specific, it was called it was like this thing called Ingenuity, but it wasn't Ingenuity, it was like something else, starts with an A. Anyway, I use that, I use that program, thank God, and I just use that program, and thanks to that program I passed high school. It's I know it sounds a little like you probably expected more, but honestly it was just my story. I passed high school and I was so happy. And the day that we were supposed to go to graduation, like rehearsal and shit, like there's a list of names, on the outside of the football field, because every American high school has a football field, and there was this Latino kid, with a yard duty, or what's it called, like a narc, and he was like, I don't see my name up here. Why don't I see my name up here? And she was just like, because you didn't pass high school, and it was just like really sad. Then I looked at the list. I was like, I'm gonna fucking fail. They probably just forgot to put it up. I'm probably not even gonna pass high school myself, because I thought the same thing was gonna happen to me. But Lord and behold, the first name I see up, I look there for my name and I see it, Juan Miguel Rodriguez, which is my name, and I was just like, I was so proud of myself. Like, it was just like I saw my hard work pay off when I saw my name on that piece of paper. And then later on, and then another thing is, if you don't pay, because of the high school I went to, if you don't pay your what's it called, graduation fee, or not graduation fee, I'm sorry, that's not real. If you don't pay your like overdue books or some shit to the library, if you owe the school money, you can't graduate, basically. So I was just making sure I didn't have any fines or overdue books. So I went to the to the finance office, what we called it. It's like where you bought all your school merch and shit, or you could buy a new ID card or something, and I looked there. It wasn't she couldn't tell me anything. I went to my counselors and I was like, I graduated, and I showed her my cap and gown, because my counselor, she really helped me graduate. She was a big part of the reason why I graduated high school, and I'm really thankful for her. Shout out Miss Dawson. You're the best counselor I could have asked for. Anyway, what was I saying? As I was saying, guys, and then but my counselor told me, if you want to check, like, if you have overdue books or fines, you have to go to the library, so I mobbed it to the library, and I asked the lady, I said, how much do I owe you? And she looked at me and she said, you owe me nothing, and you're graduating tomorrow. And that was probably one of the happiest memories of high school, if not the happiest memory of high school I have. Fuck the shorties I smashed. I love that memory more. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is my first video. Please leave your comments. Maybe give me a like, and be sure to subscribe so I can make more great content. Anyway, this is Juan post editing, because low-key I was in Lightroom and I might have cut the file. That's how you know this is my first video. Anyway, guys, by the way, I'm sorry if the first Lucio Ball clip made you hella dizzy. It did too when I was watching it. Have a great day, guys, and make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to pop off there. Thanks, and have a day full of love, peace, and happiness. Goodbye.